I am here to help you shine your brilliance, access your genius, and align your body, mind, heart, and soul to live your best life. Acea redox, energy and vitality, ends aches and pains, replenishes your skin, eliminates wrinkles, recalibrates your system, improves performance, improves clarity, stops rapid aging of your cells, cell nutrition for advanced absorption. Live your best life now. Sign up today at shopacea.com/Joan of Angels. Welcome, everyone. Hello, 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 wherever you are around the world. I am just so happy to see you. This is another episode of Shine Your Brilliance. And today we're going to be talking about how to slay your dragons. I call it Slay Your Dragons, Shine Baby Shine, because we are going to be diving into the art of transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth and empowerment. We have an amazing guest that I'm going to bring on in a minute, my dear friend Debbie G. And she's going to share her journey of spiritual awakening and how she actually overcomes fear, trauma, depression, and doubt. So it's going to be an exciting show. She's going to help guide us on how to harness our inner strength and wisdom as we break free from constraints. So we can do what? We can shine our brilliance without apologizing to everyone. We can live our best life now. So guys, I'm Joan of Angels. I am an intuitive consultant coach. I am a visionary artist. I am a soul essence and soul retrieval. And I do these soul essence portraits with the visionary art that helps you to remember who you are, why you're here, and how to live your best life now. So check that out, joanofangels.com. And while you're here, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Share it with your friends so that we can actually grow the channel and grow this great show that we're excited about now. So let me tell you a bit about Debbie G. She does have an amazing bio. This woman has absolutely been on a soulful journey through spirituality. She started the group Spirituality Gone Wild, which is how I met her. And her enthusiasm, her power, her character on gratitude and on uplifting each and every one of us is really admirable. And so that's another reason I love her. So she is on a wild adventure with life. She captures her moments through the lens of photography while sharing each sip of a cup of Grata. So she blends with a shot of raw expression and a sprinkle of reality. With a heart rooted in compassion and communication, she studied sociology so she can deepen her understanding of humanity's complexities. She's certified in various healing modalities. She radiates as a love coach, gratitude coach, and probably one of the most amazing, outspoken people that you will have the pleasure to know. So, Debbie, I am so happy to have you on my new show. And I just love the title, Shine Baby Shine.
Shine, baby, shine.
Right?
Well, what an
Right?
entrance. I love this. It's so good to be here with you, Joan.
I know.
Everybody, you guys realize this is Joan of Angels, Dr. Joan of Angels. Y'all realize who this is, right?
Oh, God. Already this is going to be an amazing show. Okay, I'm just going to put my website there so you can know. And now we are going to bring on Debbie fully. Debbie, so you really have an auspicious background, but I know that things have not always been easy for you. And so we're talking really about how to shine no matter what is going on in your life. How do you overcome those traumas that I really do believe are designed to keep us from living our best life? So maybe you want to give us an overview of how you've managed to step into this high angelic gratitude, kindness that you do.
I realized I'm human.
No.
I swear. No. just, I don't know how to simplify it any more than that. Seriously. The idea that I was anything less than any other human, that you as a human, y'all, you're human. This is what we are. And we're here to love on each other. Period. There's so many different things that go into that encapsulate that statement. But the truth is that when I want to talk about where I'm at today and why I'm here, because I chose to look at my human experience for what it is. It is creating all this pressure and creating this diamond, because we all know that that's what it takes. But it's about how I responded or reacted to the pressure. How was I tuning into my own body? How was I owning my own stuff and being accountable as this human? Not anything else, just this human. And really, that's the key to it all. It was this insane accountability of, I said yes from the get. Trauma, we all have that. And some of us get really blessed, and we get a lot more than others.
I like the way you say that. Wait, some of us get really
Get
blessed
really blessed.
and have more trauma than others. Well, that goes along with my belief that this trauma is designed to help us grow, even
Mold.
and mold us to become the best we could be. But I like the way you phrased it.
It's a big blessing to have the understanding of people and what they've gone through. I can't think of anything I love more. Jen, there is hardly anybody I talk to that I can't understand some aspect of their life they're sharing with me. And you've been in the same boat. When you get to the place where you can share, and they're looking at you, and they're still in that pain, and I can say, oh, well, you could do it differently too, if you wanna. Do you like where you're at? And that's what I'm going to ask everybody. I mean, it's a question I ask myself. Do I like who I'm being today as this human?
Well, that's okay. So that's an
Notice
interesting.
I'm not looking at anybody. I'm not looking at
me?
anybody else. No, well, I'm not. You. Hey, Joe. Seriously.
We have to have fun on here,
I
Debbie.
Well, you know what? Okay, seriously. Let's do a chakra shake real quick, because you know what? We talk about serious stuff. So do the shake, the chakra shake. We'll do the
Okay.
shake. We'll do the chakra shake. We'll just shake it out, shake it out. Come on, y'all. Listen, you're in charge of your own nervous systems. And as a matter of fact, did you know that smiling all by itself, just the act of smiling, if you're sitting there and you're saying, that's all fine and dandy, ladies, but you don't even understand my life. Oh, yes, I do, human. I understand it. What I'm going to tell you is that when we're not releasing the right ingredients into our body to function in our emotional well-being and our mental health, we're going to struggle.
Well, that's
and
true.
I've had a lot of help, Joan, along the way. But I mean,
well, wait, help struggling or help getting over your struggle?
Help getting through the struggle. Right. Understanding the struggle, like getting that it's only a struggle because I see it as a struggle, and my body's not releasing oxytocin, dopamine, endorphins, or I missed one, serotonin, because it's forgotten how. And Joan, you're a doctor and you know that this is true. So the simple act of smiling tricks your brain into releasing all of these things. And if you are in anxiety, I know it sounds redonkulous to go into the bathroom when you're in a state and force yourself to smile, but you'll do it till you start laughing, because that's just how it happens. Why? Because we're human, and the release of whatever is happening inside is what's holding us back from what we're trying to get to. This whole thing of I'm stuck, I'm blocked, I'm this and is that. Joan, I swear to you, it's like, not really. It's just how I'm seeing it.
Well, that's probably true. But if you've had traumatic experiences or relationships where you maybe were abused or car accidents, and you have that now in your body. Okay, right.
All of them.
I've had so many car accidents. I think I had 7 car accidents in 5 years. But it gets into your body. And so once we have this trauma stuck in our body, then how do we get to that point of shining? How do we release that? You know, because it's not as simple. You know, I understand it's our attitude, but how do we get to that point that we can go in and we can maybe scream and then start crying and then rebuild in a way that transforms that trauma into an exciting new life, in a sense, new love, new energy, new opportunities.
Well, I can just tell you what I do. And I do so many things. It's a daily practice. It's natural medicines. It's my diet. It's paying attention to my body. It's being in my body to pay attention to my body. But when we're in fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, this stuff's really tough, you know? And I know
Right.
this. It might be just starting simply with suggesting to your mind that you're in a safe space. Dr. Sidoroff, that I just interviewed, recommended
Mm-hmm.
that we, even when we're sitting down to eat lunch, or if the only time of day you can find to give yourself is when you need to eat, to actually say, I am safe, to really acknowledge and be present with I am safe. You can do it with your pillow at night. If you have a pillow you love, that's your safe spot, because it's retraining our nervous system to step into space of release. Yeah, our breath has to be used with this.
Mm-hmm.
Got to
So
do those
I
deep,
do it as a
deep belly.
meditation. I
See,
go, I
yeah,
am safe, all is well. I am
I am
safe, all
safe.
is well. I am safe, all is well. I remember
I
days,
like yours. Yours is fun.
well, I remember days where I had to repeat that over and over and over again and sing it for about 8 hours, like 8 hours at a time, because it didn't seem to work. You know, it's like, okay, I'm safe, all is well. But I kept repeating it until finally I could go to sleep or I could be peaceful with it. So that's one,
Yeah, I just
you
went
know,
through that.
we
I
use the
love that you're
same
talking
thing.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
I, what you're talking about right now is so huge. You had to say it 8 hours out of the day.
I did. Yes.
Life is good and all is well. Michael Beckwith, you know that one? He's got life is good and all is well. Life is good. Thank you, Michael Beckwith. It is not an advertisement, but you guys, for real, it is. There's a freebie for you. Life is good and all is well.
Life is good. And it's also in the way you
While
say it.
around, but while you're around it, well, everything else around you
Uh-huh.
doesn't actually resemble that.
Right, right. So you have to then be your own person. And I think what we're talking about is that, yes, trauma happens to all of us,
Yep.
but it's how we deal with it in the end and how we choose to heal it for ourselves. And maybe I think the word we're using is transmuting it. We're transmuting it by laughing. We're transmuting it by going into gratitude. We're transmuting it by singing, I am safe, all is well. I am safe, all is well. I am safe. Wait, it's almost like creating a pacifier to, right? It's sort of like a pacifier,
I really love it. You know what? It kind of is, isn't it? I like
right?
that. God's first. I like God's first energy. God's source energy. God's source energy through me
God source
and
energy
out of
through me
me. God's
and
source
out of
energy.
me.
God's source energy. God's source energy through me and out of me. And I use my breath with that, and I call in source energy direct through my crown, connecting it into my heart. And I say thank you. Thank you. Because I know that the trauma, I know it hurts. I have pain
Right.
right now. I have pain right now from things. One of my sons, you know, I love you, son, and I'm not going to say a name, but your choices, I don't agree with them. And I have to be, as a mother, strong enough to say, I love you regardless. But God
Right.
source
Okay.
energy,
Well,
God
that's
source energy through
universal.
me.
Right.
I love you regardless, and but this is the thing, is that what I want people to get right now, it doesn't matter what's happening externally. It's what's happening internally.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise I can't handle the things that are happening externally. If I'm not dealing with this in here, is it okay to cry? Yeah. Is it okay to stay there? No. Is it okay to scream, throw a fit, I'm talking down and pounding my fist through? Yeah, it is. Is it okay to stay there? No. Yeah, if you want to,
Right.
but it's probably not a good idea. And I'm
So
just
that's
saying.
important. That's important. We have to choose whether or not we're going to stay in that state or do whatever we can to uplift ourselves and
Mm,
transform, transmute that energy. Now, why do we do
transcend.
that? Why do we do that? Why do we do that instead of just staying in that state of trauma? Why are we motivated so much to get out of it?
Because
That's a
it's
crazy
uncomfortable.
question.
Well, it's kind of a crazy question because we stay in it because we're comfortable. We don't want to get out of it because it's uncomfortable. It's kind of a conundrum, if you will, because when you think about it, but everything new ever was uncomfortable at first. Everything new ever.
Everything.
And
Mhm.
everything ever has been temporary. Everything ever. Nothing's permanent. I'm not, you're not, nothing. This whole nothing. So if that's true,
Right.
if that's true, what would the question be, really?
I don't know. Now I'm lost.
Well, what would the question to be
We're
or not
having
to be?
fun,
That is the
guys.
question. To
We
be
are.
or not to be? That is the question. Listen, I swear to
Well,
you, I woke
yeah.
up and listen. Lenny Kravitz brought out this insane, rad new song, Joan. It's called "Human." You are
No
going
wonder you're
to.
talking about being human.
That's
Hmm.
just what's been hitting me so hard. And then Shine Down has another one, and it's called uh, "The Art of Being Human," I think, or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of things about just being human, and in our humanness, accepting the fact that it's okay to make an error. It's okay that you spilt the milk. It's okay. Did I do that? Yeah, you did. Do we care
Right.
why you did that? No, we don't really care why you did that. Quite frankly, nobody cares why you did that. Why are you telling them your stories? They don't want to know them. Why? So they can go and tell somebody else some fabricated, blown up, puffed out version of some story that was probably only a quarter of what you told them anyway. And why are you telling them?
Well, because we're human and we like to repeat our misery and get stuck in it, which is why we're talking about how you take yourself out and polish yourself up again so you can shine. And you want to shine
Yep.
this life. We come in,
Yeah.
I think we come in with an assignment of what our mission is, and then we have all these challenges to it. And life is about sort of slaying dragons and overcoming the triumph, the
Yeah.
challenges and overcoming the trauma. So you can become like that diamond human,
I
that
love that.
crystalline human template. But we have to do the work. I think that the all that trauma is designed to test us and challenge us because we all have it. It all, no one has that ideal life where nothing traumatic ever happens. So,
That's not. Mm-mm.
right. So we all have
I want to share. Well, I want to share something that happened. So there's something about, think about a time in your life. I'm going to share something that happened, but I need you all to, as you're stepping into this with me, you'll
okay.
recall something to resonate with. Many, many, many moons ago, I met a beautiful woman named Kari Mo. Hi, Kari, if you're watching this. And we were bestest friends. We met when I was 23, pregnant with Christopher. And her daughter Brooke was 4 months old. And we spent a lot of great time together and a lot of good years. And she wound up marrying my ex-brother-in-law. Now he's no longer living, and my children's father is no longer living. And back in December, Kari, whom I've known all this time and who is part of my heart, whether we speak every day or not, doesn't matter. Joan and I are the same way. It's just how your heart friends are. So her son contracts a heart, he's 22, just graduates nursing school, contracts a heart disease infection that lands him with 3 open heart surgeries, dying twice on the operating table, and some very serious things happening on December 27th of 2023. So Kari drops everything she's doing. She is a special ed educator in New Hampshire now, and she leaves and comes, and she's here. She just went home a week and a half ago, and her son is now been released, and he's recovering. I said all that to say this. On the way back from California, Joan, where I was seeing Josie and I was getting to do a lot of great things, I got to leave and go and visit Kari on my way back to Colorado. I hadn't seen her in 20 years.
Wow.
She and I we met in a traumatic space in a battered woman shelter in Laguna Beach, California. Thank you, Human Options. Bless you. And I got to sit with her and, hold her again in this space of trauma because her daughter passed away 5 years ago, Brooke, that was 4 months old when I met her. And this just happening with Ryan. She cleans out the entire house. She cleans it up. She packs it up because the boys have to move out. The house that their dad had lived in with them. Now he's been gone about 6 years now. Trauma. Human beings, listen to me. When you have an opportunity to show up for somebody with no agenda and just hold them, do it, and do it tightly without words or questions. Kiss the top of their head, kiss their forehead. Show compassion and kindness and innate gratitude for just the fact that they are also human as you are. And all of us are just doing the best we can with what we've got. Back off, ease up, seriously. And I share this with y'all because, look, I was faced with this. My life doesn't look anything like it did back when she and I met. Remember, I told you all are going to come up with something right now. You're going to think about a time in your life when it didn't look anything like where you're sitting right now. And it's a time that you literally could have been like I was, dropping to your knees, crying on the ground in the bathroom, going, "Dear God, help me out of this." Right. You're not there. So I'm sitting there, and in this moment of pure release with this beautiful, best sister, friend, heart of mine, I'm realizing it's over. The trauma, the things that we had to experience in that. We have risen above and we are here. And we shall meet now life where we sit, not where we were. So big, so huge. I faced trauma's face head on. And I say, "I see you, baby." Like the old Virginia Slims commercial, right? Came a long way, baby. And as trauma is not your damn excuse to stay small. So stop.
Right. It's really good to reflect, I think, on how things have transformed for you too. Like, you mentioned the women's shelter. Look at how far you have come, and now you help other people overcome their trauma, and you help people shine their brilliance and live in gratitude. And I think that came out of
gratitude.
It came out of the trauma that you experienced. And so one of the things was when we turn trauma around, we then can lead from that, from what we've learned. And then we can look back on the trauma that we had and go, oh my God, I have grown so much. I have learned. And so that is the beauty. That's when you've really managed to shift it and shift the energy of it. And especially when you get finally into gratitude, and even gratitude where you can thank your abuser or thank the person that perpetuated this trauma. And you can actually forgive and
I can
move
speak on
beyond
that
that.
too. Yeah, I
So
can. I
that's a
agree. I'm in
tremendous
alignment with
release
you.
also. Yeah,
I agree
yeah.
with you.
And I love how you're bringing up again and again, the fact is we're human and we do
Yeah,
make mistakes. And these bodies are fragile. These bodies can get hurt. These emotions can get hurt. Our heart can be hurt. And
yeah.
and yet you're telling me that there's tools that you use to break that spell and to move you forward, because you have become such a shining light, Deb. Even from when I first met you back in 2018, I think it was, or 2017,
17.
you
Mhm.
have, you know, and even those were traumatic days, and you've overcome, and look at you now, and you're in the best of position. There's something else you said about being human. I want to talk about this. I have two kids too. And
Yeah,
the hardest thing for me, especially when 2020 came around and the pandemic that we sort of still healing from, in a sense, not everyone believed the same way that I did.
correct.
And even just our beliefs became traumatic, because for quite a while people were going like this: if you don't believe like I believe, we're going to have to hash it out. And that became very traumatic. And especially if it was my kids, like we had different belief systems and friends, and people broke up relationships and friendships because of different belief systems. And yet we're all human. We're all human. And actually there's 8 billion different opinions on the planet, right?
There are at least that. And with
Right.
kids,
Yeah. And
well,
our kids have their own
you
opinion.
know, they do. And you know what's the thing is, they have their own opinions. They also have their own opinions, regarding, I think, sometimes what we do. And, sorry about that. You guys, if it's hearing buzzing. I love Dr. Wayne Dyer talking about when we were pregnant, with children, and that we're just being done. And then we gave birth and said, thank you, I'll take over now. And there's this piece about where I think that as mothers, and I think that and with children, what I'm realizing today is that when was the last time I stopped to realize my mom's an actual human?
Oh dear.
And I just, it's when you consider other people and what's real for them in the context of your heart and really want to know, it's going to shift the dynamics of what's happening with your kids, because it just changes when you get authentic about what's real for you. And when they are sharing their opinions, with the way I've handled things like that, it's you do you, boo.
Well, right. You do you. You do you.
You
And
do
it's
you,
the
boo.
love that
Actually,
matters.
it was Josie. Josie was the one. She was like, "You do you, boo." Like literally, like, because all of us as mothers have stuff with our kids that we disagree with, and whereas we let them go to and with acceptance, I say thank you for your opinion. I shall consider it.
I love it, Debbie. I love it.
That's
So just
it.
be you. Just be you. Because you know why? Because I love people too much to break up with them over the fact that we have different opinions.
Can I
Our
please tell
thoughts,
you?
go ahead, tell me.
No, I'm just agreeing with you. Can I
Yeah,
please tell you?
right, right. No, I'm serious. Like, So I like remembering that we're human and that we're not perfect. We all make mistakes. God, I was with my kids last week. I could give you a list of all the things that somehow I said wrong, you know, and I just let it blow over me because I'm not perfect and I'm not going out there as perfect. And doesn't matter if I gained a pound or lost a pound, ate too much, didn't eat too much, said the wrong thing, put my foot in my mouth, because honestly, I do put my foot in my mouth,
How did it
figuratively, not
taste?
literally.
Did it taste good? I mean, just curious. I really hope that you weren't walking barefoot when you did that. You
Something
know,
like
it's,
that.
you know what? Do you put your foot, it's, okay. It's however you want to see it. Pretty sure Joan of Angels couldn't put her foot in her mouth if she wanted to, unless you're really good at yoga and there's something I don't know.
Well, Joan of it, yes, okay, I get it, but energetically,
But
it's
energetically, you know,
mistakes
I'm
we
taking a
make.
joke, but it's very taking
Yeah.
things that other. I will be irritated at Joe, that's my hubby, for something that has nothing to do with him, simply because I'm not dealing with the things I've got overwhelmed. Every single time I'm irritated at another human, it's not for any other reason than I'm an overwhelm. And I need to recognize my own behavior and my own stuff. Movement, dance was one of the things I wanted to yell about because honestly, that's one of the big changes in me too, besides plant medicine. But dance, I put the music on and I get up and dance. In fact, I need to get back to it because I hurt my foot and I wasn't able to. My morning rituals are freaking everything, everything, Joe.
What do you,
And
okay, tell rituals so
sure,
that people can say, okay, it works for Debbie G, maybe it'll work for me.
well, I have a lot of them that I've learned all over the place. See, when you work with Joan, she fluffs your wings. She does this fluff, expands, she expands your soul, is what she does. And it took a few years of integration for me to figure out what Joan is up to. And I still haven't got it because no, this woman is a powerful wizard. She's my muse. Okay, so in the mornings, when I wake up, it's super important to me what that I'm putting in my eyes and my ears. So I'm looking for myself to listen to from years ago. I'll see like a replay from us. We say some good stuff. I'll look for Wayne Dyer. I'll look for Brene Brown. I'll look for Joan of Angels.com. I'll look for whatever it is that's feeding, to feed my soul, to feed the energetics of my thoughts, and to make intention. So that's
Interesting.
the first thing.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
first thing you do then is you read positive thoughts or thinking or affirmations from people
I
you
listen,
admire.
absolutely. Like Brene
You
Brown,
listen to their wisdom.
Brene Brown and her TED talk on vulnerability is just rock star. And I re-listened to it recently. And I just felt that it was really important when we're talking about being human and being vulnerable and what that looks like. But that's why I listened to that. And then we have Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer, because
Mhm.
still obsessed I will always be obsessed with Wayne Dyer. So we read a chapter out of that, and then we pull cards. And Frosty, our
Yes.
dog,
Yes.
Frosty, Frosty, our dog, likes to pick one.
Uh-huh.
Joe holds them and he picks one of them.
Aha. Okay, that's how you get your message of the day.
Yep. Well, exactly. It's kind of how that I set into motion that set into motion the kind of day that I'm expecting to have. The
Cards. Mm.
music I put on is the music that I put on is Mary Isis, is Michael Beckwith, is Truth Seeker,
Lifting.
anything that's going to lift the spirit. My personal favorite is Mary Isis.
Okay. All right. You pulled the friendship card. So if you pull that in the morning,
I just
then
now pulled it.
I know you pulled it for the show.
Oh, look, it matches my hair.
It does. Okay, so pulling cards, and I love to pull cards. When I pull cards, it gives me an aspect of maybe what I should be doing today or the attitude I should have today. And I pulled a card for us, and it was perfect timing. So you pulled the
Oh,
card friendship, I pulled the card perfect timing. So guys, we've tried to do this show several times, and I had to laugh because in the end I said divine timing. Bright heart light. Those are beautiful cards.
these are the goddess of light.
Ooh, those are beautiful. So when you pull in these kinds of cards and you look at very uplifting cards, it can give you either insight as to how to overcome the trauma, what you need to do personally, or even guidelines about your day or the people involved.
Absolutely. That's why I do it, and it's fun too. So fun. You mentioned fun earlier. If we're not playing, what are we doing?
Oh, you mean we're taking life too seriously?
Oh yeah, we're human.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Again with the human.
It's like seriously, this is why we're here. We're here to be human. And it's beautiful to connect into
Mhm.
source because that's what you need to be doing on a daily. Go ground, touch a tree, hug a tree, come see me at the Alamosa Gratitude Ranch and come hug my trees. Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Seriously, hug the trees. My trees they love to be hugged. Serious. They're just all about it. You are human. And the idea that you could say something wrong, according to whom? You know, there's as many versions of you, Joan, as there are people you've met, ran across, and that's a lot of people. And we got a lot of people. Every single person. And that doesn't include our version of us. So which one is the important one?
Right.
Which one? It's only one. It's ours. Our version that we see that we are is what's important. Somebody asked me earlier, I wish I could be more outgoing or wish I could, and I'm like, why? You know, and why not?
And why am I not good enough the way I am?
Yeah,
Because
why?
you were made uniquely to be that way.
Yeah, who told you that? You know what's funny is that the very thing that you told you're too much of with is the very thing that you're going to be out there slaying life with, slaying the
Right.
dragon, baby, because that's how that works. My mouth, this thing right here,
You're so beautiful, Debbie.
this
And
thing,
mhm.
that's the thing I got in trouble for is the thing that I use to share. Because really, the bottom line is all my messages simple. You're human. Go tell another human that you love them and stop being a whiny baby.
There you have it.
Stop being a whiny
Words,
baby.
words of wisdom from Debbie G.
Not that there aren't reasons sometimes, Joan, to have whiny baby moments. I have whiny baby moments on another daily, but I don't stay there.
Right. 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 No, overcoming trauma is a lot of self-discipline. It's a lot of understanding that are you going to let the trauma rule you, or are you going to take your life back? Are you going to take your power back, your energy back? Yes. Right.
Yep.
Sweet.
And thank you for that compliment, by the way, because I did hear you. Um, One of the other things that I am really passionate about is plant medicine.
Ah, yes, you've been getting into plant medicine. Hmm. And that
Well,
heals trauma. Microdosing is a really good key and a good way to heal trauma.
yes,
Absolutely.
and I've been doing years of study too. But Joan is a professional with this. We will be doing these ceremonies here, right here at the Alamos of Gratitude Ranch. You're going to need to watch for this. Joan will be here. Mary Isis will be here. We will be doing these things. The microdose is called the Silly Lion. And we're here in Colorado. This is a legal thing. I started this about when my son created it, Christopher. He created the Silly Lion in Boulder with his partner Miranda, who is an RN, y'all. I have been diagnosed with polyneuropathy years ago. I don't take any medications. I don't take any pharmaceuticals except for Armor because I don't have a thyroid. My son suggested I do this because I knew that I was having issues with releasing the right amount of chemicals in my brain, my happy place, you know? And that happy place is a calm space of peaceful ease. It's not, oh my God, I'm so happy, I'm at Disneyland. It's not that. It's a calm state of peaceful ease. And this is on a natural breath work, call it spectrum, call it ADHD, a little bit of both, okay? Not to label, but I just want to be straight. I mean, there's some things. Trauma can also present as these, especially if you have CPTSD, which is the case here for me. My life has presented a nervous system that was radically ridden and beat up with CPT, what we coined CPTSD. It simply meant it was in fight, flight, freeze, fawn. No matter what I did, could not get out. Period. So I would go through mental health things like nobody would know about it. I would just be sad, depressed, you know, broke my leg in July. So then I went through a whole thing with that. So I started the Silly Lion, PSILYLION, the Silly Lion.
I love it. I love it. The silly lion, like psilocybin. Okay. So honestly,
and I started
I'm
it in
glad you brought it
January.
up. You started in January of
Started in
this year?
January of this year. And
Okay.
it has, I am feeling mental health wellness like I've never experienced. And it's not just the Silly Lion.
Okay. So that's your son's company
Yeah.
for microdosing. I think
Yes.
that's amazing.
So
I had no idea
obviously,
about this, and
obviously
I love.
we can't sell it, but you can join the collective in Boulder. We do have, but for what I want to say to people is that don't think that just because I'm talking that there haven't been several other things that I've needed to do. I use magnesium spray. I make it myself. I swear by this. I spray it on my feet. I spray it on my lymph nodes. I use a vitamin patch that has a methylated vitamin, not, you know, and for me, it's huge because I have the MTHFR mutation. So that means I don't process a lot of folic acid and things like that. So there's those things. There's all types of things. Mind, body, spirit. You can't, don't.
No, I love
I
this. I love
can't
that
escape it.
you're giving very practical solutions also. The supplements that you take, the spraying with the magnesium, the healing your nervous system, the microdosing. Yeah, that's
This is
filled with
it.
magnesium. You want to spray it on me
This
now?
I do. I swear. Okay, this is water. I'm not telling you guys to do anything. I'm just showing you what I do.
Right.
Water, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of it's a Dead Sea sourced magnesium. Find it on Amazon and don't be cheap. Buy the one that's like 40 or
Dead,
$50. Dead Sea. I'll show. I have a picture, but this
Dead Sea
and you
magnesium.
Dead Sea magnesium flakes. You melt it in so it's hot. You use a wooden spoon tip. This is literally going to save your lives. I swear. Saved my life.
Whoa.
Part of it. This is well. Don't hold me to that. Just saying. I'm extreme and dramatic. We loved that. This little puppy right here is my life source. I spray it on my feet all day long. If I am feeling anxiety, I will pull this out. It goes everywhere with me. It's always near me. because magnesium is so well absorbed through the skin. Now, being from Desert Hot Springs up there, Joan, you know about mineral springs.
Yes, I do.
That's magnesium.
It's good to know. Good to know.
That's all this is. So we do have the hot springs here, but this is, and I also soak in it. There's this idea about taking time, even if it's 15 minutes in a bathtub, or even if it's to go outside and just sit and put your stinking phone down. Stop. Jesus. Put the
You're
phone
not
down.
talking to me.
No, not you. I'm talking to somebody out there. Put your phone down. Go sit and be human.
Sit and
Because
be
you're not going to be
human.
here forever. My God. Joan, you know, we're not going to be here forever. And we know this. People don't know it till they know it. So you may as well start doing some things to make it easier on being human.
Absolutely, Debbie. Absolutely. Okay. So this is perfect. I love how you've given some practical suggestions, really practical. And I love that you've shared the plant medicine actually for trauma as well, because I'm a big proponent of that. And
Big.
it's mind, body, heart, and soul. How do you heal your heart, your mind, your body, and soul? So, Debbie,
One
this has
little.
been fantastic. Do you want to tell people how they can find you?
Sure. You can find me at debbiegratitude.com. Join my mailing list. That's all that's there right now, anyway. And also at the Alamosa Gratitude Ranch or Gratitude Homestay on Airbnb or bookings. Come and stay. We have a sauna and a hot tub, and it's really cool. And
Okay, so
in
they can come and
September,
stay at your Airbnb and
correct, they
visit.
can come and stay. That's right. Absolutely. And soon enough, we'll have packages that you all can get, and they're healing packages. But in the meantime, you can just come for Airbnb. We have the great sand dunes right here, and everybody's crazy about that. Bigger than that, though, is going to be in September, 9/22/24. Symphony of Gratitude at Society Hall in Alamosa, Colorado. Starts at 5 o'clock and ends at 8 o'clock. On 9/21, I should have started with 9/21. On 9/21, we are putting in a world peace pole which faces Mount Blanca, which is a sacred mountain. And Joan will be there along with Terry Angel, Karen Palmer, Josie Herndon, a whole slew of people. Mary Isis will be playing, and we'll have workshops that day. It's going to be extraordinary. Tickets go on sale as soon as Debbie gets it up on Eventbrite, which is going to be tonight if I don't have any homework.
All right, I'm putting that right up here for everyone.
If I don't have any homework. So just
guys,
so you all,
yeah,
I'm in school full time too.
You want to go and sign up at debbiegratitude.com so you can be in the loop. Sign up at joanofangels.com so you can also be in the loop once I know what I'm going to be talking about. And you start shining your brilliance. We need you. We absolutely need each and every one of you. These are the times to which you've been called. So reach out to Debbie G. I'd love that, Debbie Gratitude G. For all things in terms of how you really can transform your world just through your own consciousness and the way you handle things. So I love that, Debbie. And guys, so reach out to Debbie for all things Debbie G, and reach out to me if you want to retrieve your soul, if you want to remember who you are, if you want a soul portrait or any intuitive guidance. And also, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Share this channel. Share the new show that we're putting out, Shine Your Brilliance with Joan of Angels and our guest today, Debbie G. We will see you all next time and have a beautiful